Hello, my name is Momo. This is my channel, FUNKFEST. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to this week where I talk about the best and worst music of 2023. It's a yearly tradition I love to do here on my channel, and I'm always so excited to talk about some of the best and worst music of every year, and this year is no different. Today, I am talking about the top 50 songs of 2023. Yesterday, I was a lot more negative. The last 2 days, I was a lot more negative. I talked about the worst songs. I talked about the worst albums. But today, we're going to start being positive and talk about 50 songs I absolutely loved listening to this year. Tomorrow, I will be talking about the top 50 albums of 2023. That'll be the end of this week. So if you don't want to miss out, please subscribe. And if you're already subscribed and you want more of this for some reason, check out my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I also have a basketball podcast, an NBA basketball podcast with a buddy of mine. We upload every Mondays. We took a break these last 2 months because of the holidays, work, a lot of reasons, but we're back to making some fun episodes that you guys should check out if you're an NBA fan. It's called Above the Rim Rundown, where we run down all things NBA. Link is in the description. But yeah, I think I'm ready to begin. I have a long list. 50 songs is a lot of songs, but not only do I have 50 songs, I have a couple of honorable mentions. These songs are honorable mentions because they technically were released this year in 2023, but both of these songs are from artists that don't make music anymore. These two songs were demos that were finally released this year, so I didn't know if it counted, but let's talk about them, starting with Daft Punk, Julian Casablanca and the Voids with Infinity Repeating. This song came with I don't know what's called, the deluxe version of Random Access Memories, which is my favorite Daft Punk album, and the more I listen to it, the more I believe it's a perfect album. And I absolutely love how somber and calm the song is. For the most part, it does have this great breakdown towards the end. Yeah, I love the song. It would have been very high on the list if I counted it, but I didn't know if it should count, so that's why it's an honorable mention. And the following song is Now and Then by the Beatles, which again, it's the Beatles. There's members that are dead. They don't make music anymore, but this was a demo back then. They used AI to basically splice out John Lennon's vocals and build around that. They build the instrumental around that, and it's an absolutely beautiful song. I love how it's written. It's a gorgeous song. Again, this song would have been high on my list if I counted it, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Those are my two little honorable mentions. Now let's actually get into the meat and potatoes and talk about the top 50 list. I'm gonna speed through the first 25, and then I'll speak a little more to the music as I go on. But yeah, let's start with number 50. That goes to 210s by Cordae and Anderson .Paak. Next is 49 with Quavo with Greatness. Incredible song. One of my favorite Quavo songs ever. I love how personal he gets. So that is 49. Number 48 is Doomsday from the Lyrical Lemonade singles that they've dropped recently. It features Juice WRLD and Cordae, and they're rapping over Eminem beat. It's awesome. 47 goes to Red Veil and JPEG Mafia with Black Enough. Number 46 goes to Keitra Nime, aka Keitranada and Amine with Forever, featuring Pharrell Williams. Number 45 goes to Leve with From the Start. Number 44 goes to Glue Song by beabadoobee. Number 43 goes to Panic by Paris, Texas. Number 42 goes to Boys a Liar Part 2 by Pink Pantheress featuring Ice Spice. Number 41 goes to Kali Uchis with I Wish You Roses. Number 40 goes to Westside Gun and Stove God Cooks with Kitchen Lights. Number 39 goes to Janelle Monaé with Float featuring Sean, Kuti, and Egypt 80. Number 38 goes to 100 gecs with Hollywood Baby. Number 37 goes to Aesop Rock with Mindful Solutionism. Number 36 goes to Troye Sivan with Rush. Number 35 goes to New Jeans with Super Shy. And number 34 goes to Ellie Seraphim with Perfect Night. Two K-pop songs. I don't really listen to K-pop, but they're pretty fire. Number 33 goes to Tame Impala with Wings of Time. It's a song for the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and it's fire. I really liked it. I played it a lot this year. Number 32 goes to Kevin Abstract with Running Out. Number 31 goes to Danny Brown with Tantor. Number 30 goes to Tizo Touchdown with Impossible. Number 29 goes to Daniel Caesar with Let Me Go. Number 28 goes to Olivia Rodrigo with Vampire. Number 27 goes to Killer Mike with Motherless. I know Scientists and Engineers is the more popular answer, but I love how personal he gets in Motherless, and it has a great feature from Aaron Allen Kane. And 26 goes to Jessie Ware with Pearls. So those are the first 25 I'm talking about. We're halfway done. Now let's get into the top 25 songs. And let's start with Gene Dawson and SZA with No Seasons, a very unexpected collaboration, but a beautiful one that I absolutely enjoyed. Number 24 goes to Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar with America Has a Problem, the remix. I love that song. If you remember from last year, Beyonce's Renaissance was a top 10 album for me, and just adding Kendrick to that song added so much to it. It's such a fun track. I absolutely love it. Number 23 goes to Slauson Malone 1 with New Joy, one of his more accessible tracks. I absolutely love it. I love the grooves on that track. It's cool. It's fun. Number 22 goes to Group Therapy with FUNKFEST. I love how they mixed in hip hop and punk on that track. Number 21 goes to Lil Yachty with Drive Me Crazy. I believe features Fouché as well. It's a disco track. Definitely something I didn't expect from Lil Yachty, but it's great. Number 20 goes to Denzel Curry with Blood on My Nikes featuring Juicy J. Is one of the best bangers of the year. I love how cutthroat and cold-blooded this track is. It's a must listen in my opinion. Very underrated. Number 19 goes to First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole. I believe these two artists are so overrated, but they did come through with a banger. I love the song. It's so hyped. It's really cool. And number 18 goes to Travis Scott with I Know. I knew I wanted a Travis Scott song in my list, so looking at the singles on Apple Music, I feel like I Know was the one I enjoy listening to the most, the one I went back to the most. But if you were to ask me what was my favorite song off of Utopia, it was Modern Jam, which is not considered a single, but that Teasel Touchdown feature, overhated. I don't know why people didn't like that, but it's so good. But again, I Know, number 18. Number 17, Underscores with Cops and Robbers. What a fun, weird track about financial fraud. It's cool. I absolutely love everything about it. Check out that song. Number 16 goes to Fred Again and Baby Keem with Leave Me Alone. This isn't a song I typically will listen to, but I absolutely love it. It's so fun. I love how glitchy it is. I love how chaotic it could be. I love the beat drop. It's a great song. Number 15 goes to No More Lies by Thundercat and Tame Impala, one of the most replayed songs of the year for me. It's a kind of unexpected collaboration, but it makes so much sense at the same time. They work very well together. They have so much chemistry, so I think it turned out really, really good. Very psychedelic. Love the vocals. Great track. Number 14, another very unexpected collaboration. Gorillaz and Bad Bunny with Tormenta. I love Bad Bunny's features. One of my favorite features of the year on this track. I love how breezy and like the beach vibes on this track. Yeah, it's a little moody as well, a little somber. It's like going to the beach during sunset. That's like the vibe I get from it. Number 13 is the very psychedelic Best Disaster by Cuco. I became like an even bigger fan of Cuco this year. Like I was a fan, but this year I've been listening to a lot of Cuco, especially after seeing him live. And yeah, he's an incredible artist. I love what he's doing. I hope he keeps it up. Number 12 goes to TK Maidza with Woke Up and Chose Violence. It's such an aggressive, hardcore track. I love it so much. It's kind of scary, but in like best way possible. Incredible track in my opinion. And then number 11 is BabyTron and Cordae with Beetleborgs, one of the best bangers of the year, and I feel like not enough people talked about it because this is sick. I love the beat switch. I love how they trade verses. I think they both came through and made such a fun track that I feel like a lot of people should check out. Alright, now we're in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting good here. Number 10 goes to McKinley Dixon with a feature from Anjamil. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And it's called Dedicated to Tar Feather. But yeah, this is an absolutely gorgeous song. The strings on this song, if you know me, you know I love strings. When violins and orchestral instruments are used in a song, I absolutely love it, and it's filled with such lush production that I am obsessed with. And not only is the instrumental beautiful, but the chorus from Anjamil is so beautiful. There's like a hint of despair within the singing that I absolutely love, and it's because the song is kind of sad in a way, because while McKinley Dixon knows that he's getting some success from rap, he's already feeling guilt because the people he grew up with are not having the same success. There's people in his neighborhood that are getting murdered that are not as privileged as him, and he's feeling that guilt. It's an absolute beautiful song from an album that I highly recommend, that I will be talking a lot about tomorrow. Alright, number 9 goes to Sampha with Spirit 2.0. This song is another gorgeous song. Like every Sampha song is gorgeous. His voice is one of a kind, one of the best singing voices on a technical standpoint, on a sonic standpoint. Just his voice in general is so unique. It captures your attention as soon as he says his first lyric. Instrumental pairs well with his voice as well because it's so angelic and heavenly. And I absolutely love the message of the song, basically the importance of connections with yourself and others. As Sampha said in an interview, I think this message is absolutely beautiful and something that we should all acknowledge in our everyday lives. Alright, number 8 goes to Genesis Owusu with Leaving the Light. This song is so sick. It's such a banger, but it has a great message as well. Like Genesis really came through with a, like, I want to say synth pop record. I love the synths on this track. I love the hook on this track. I love his energy. He's like almost shouting every lyric. His voice has such a strong presence, and I think it's a perfect opener for his album, essentially about survival. I'll go into it more tomorrow. It's an incredible song, such a fun track. It's great. I love it a lot. You should give it a listen. Number 7 goes to No Worries, aka Anderson .Paak and Knowledge with Daydream. This is one of the smoothest tracks you'll listen to. A very sensual, sexy track. Like, this is some baby making music. Anderson's voice is so unique, but so charismatic, and he really dives into that sensual bag with this track. The instrumental is very warm, lush, inviting. If you're on a first date and you want to impress them, play this track. It'll set the mood right. I guarantee it. Alright, number 6 goes to probably the banger of the year, which is Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar with the Hillbillies. I think I'm probably the biggest fan of this song because a lot of people have somewhat mixed feelings or say this song is overrated. I think it's a fun track. I like how they basically interpolated Sticky by Drake, turned it into their own thing, added like a Bon Iver sample, and made it so much better than Sticky. I genuinely love this track. I think it's so fun. I love how they trade bars. I love how they compare themselves with Neymar and Messi. Like, that is so cool. This track is so cool. You can't tell me these guys aren't the coolest. They are having so much fun on this track, and I love it. We gon' fuck the world, excuse me, but is that your girl? If she tell, that's a good referral. Heebie-jeebie, talk crazy to me. Such a banger. It's so fun. It really is. Check it out if you haven't already, but I'm assuming you all have. Alright, now we're in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, and at number 5 goes to Double Trio by Storm. Storm is the new name for Injury Reserve. After the passing of Groggs, they're moving on from Injury Reserve and rebranding themselves as Storm. I am glad that Parker and Richie T are still going to continue after the passing of Groggs. Double Trio is their first song as Storm, and it's absolutely incredible. What a weird track. There's so many phases and different beat switches, different crazy moments. There's some weird dark moments, but also some jazzy chaotic moments as well. It's definitely all over the place and messy, but in the best way possible. If you enjoyed the last Injury Reserve album, I'm sure you're gonna love this. And if you know me, you know Injury Reserve has a special place in my heart. So yeah, I highly recommend this song if you haven't listened to it already. It's a little on the longer side. It's almost 7 minutes. Every single second in those 7 minutes will capture your attention and amaze you. So check it out if you haven't already. Number 4 goes to Across the Pond Friend by Black Country New Road. Yeah, I'm a sucker for this song. I love this song so much. As a lot of you know if you follow Black Country New Road, Isaac Woods is no longer part of the band. Isaac was their vocalist for their first 2 albums, an incredible vocalist that gave it his all every single time he was on the mic. So it's hard to replace a talent like that, but I do enjoy how Black Country New Road stick with their bandmates and basically let anybody who wants to sing. For this track, it is Lewis Evans who is singing, and I will say his vocals aren't as good, not as dynamic as Isaac Woods, but there's like this innocence within his voice that I absolutely love. Like, yeah, his singing is amateurish, but it works so well within the song because of how cute and how endearing the subject matter is. Lewis is singing about missing this friend from across the pond. The chorus is absolutely beautiful. He says, "In my dreams, you came running to me and then fall back into my arms. Wake up, let's see, basically wanting to connect with this person again, even though they are separated. I think it's a touching song. I love singing to the song as well. And Black Country New Road, their instrumentals are always on point. It's always so beautiful and touching. So it all works out well and all plays out well. I really love this song. It's one of my most replayed songs of the year. You should check it out. Alright, number 3, top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Top 3, number 3 goes to Hemlock Springs with Sever the Blight. You guys probably did not see this coming because Hemlock Springs is not a person I talk about often, but I really should. She is incredible. Her vocals is strange. It's weird. It's one of a kind and beautiful at the same time. And I think she showcases her talents in the best of her abilities within the song. It is so grand and elegant and extravagant. The song basically sounds and feels like a fairy tale. It feels very whimsical, and yet her vocals is so powerful as well, especially on the chorus. What's not to love? You guys might have heard her song Boyfriend that went pretty popular last year. It blew up on TikTok, but if you just know her for that, please check this out. She's not just another TikTok artist. She is one of the most creative artists out right now. Please check out this song and please listen to Hemlock Springs. Number 2 goes to JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown with Perfect. One of the best bangers of the year. I know I said Hillbillies is the best banger of the year, but it's probably this one, to be honest. I love the trumpet sample utilized on this song. I love the chaotic verses from Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia. Danny Brown really came through with the hook. It's so fire. It's so chaotic, as I said already. This track is crazy. The JPEG Mafia's verse is insane as well, especially him using like those politicians within his verses is very funny and creative. This is one of my most replayed, I think it is my most replayed song of the year. I think it was my number 1 on my Spotify Wrapped this year, and for good reason. It's one of the more accessible songs off of Scaring the Host, one of the most entertaining tracks. It is fun. It is aggressive. I love it. Alright, now let's talk about number 1. My number 1 song of the year goes to Tyler the Creator with Sorry Not Sorry. I remember watching this music video and like my jaw dropped. It was incredible, seeing how this is basically another end to an era for Tyler the Creator. He is moving on from this Call Me If You Get Lost phase and will explore a different avenue. What will that avenue be? I don't know, but it's great to see him trying to do something else and acknowledging what he has done in the past. This is like a song apologizing for a bunch of things that he's done in the past, such as using Odd Future as a stepping stone, maybe not being there with his family as much as they should, betraying his fans. He's apologizing for these things, but he acknowledges that all these things makes him him. So in a way, he isn't sorry for what he's done because he knows that without the mistakes he's made, without all the decisions that he's made, he wouldn't be at this point of his career if he didn't make those decisions. And I think it's a very vulnerable and honest track from Tyler, one of the more vulnerable tracks since Flower Boy, and it's something that we should all try to look into ourselves, try to acknowledge ourselves, our past, our decisions that we made throughout our lives, the good and the bad, and try to realize that these decisions that we've made makes up who we are, for better or worse. And as long as we can acknowledge that and try to move past it and try to do better, I think that should be the goal for everybody. So yeah, Sorry Not Sorry is my song of the year by Tyler the Creator. The Creator. That was weird. So yeah, that is my top 50 list, my top 50 songs of the year, my top 50 singles. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for tomorrow where I am gonna wrap up this week with my top 50 albums of the year. It should be fun. So yeah, I'm done here. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video makes sense, right? Comment down below, what is your favorite song of the year? Mine is Sorry Not Sorry by Tyler the Creator. If you like music related content like this, please subscribe, since that is what I do here. And if you're already subscribed and you want more of this for some reason, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. If you're into NBA basketball, I have a podcast with a buddy of mine. We drop episodes weekly. It's called Above the Rim Rundown, where we run down all things NBA. Check it out, link in the description with everything else basically. And yeah, I am done here, so thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Goodbye.